Hi everybody, Barbara writes, I am back with another video, and this video is, I meant to do this video about it, but I needed to get my thoughts and understanding together about BScott and Nene and Kenya and Cynthia's um, l- um, fancy letter that she got for Nene apologizing. And the reason she got it at Cynthia's thing because Cynthia had her blocked and there was no other way to apologize to her. So that was the opportunity. And then Cynthia didn't invite her there. Therefore, that was the opportunity for Nene to apologize to Cynthia or, to try to resolve things. But we know, okay, that was good. And then what happened next season? Cynthia loses the letter. And it shows back up later. My first thought is, if Nene took the letter, when did she put it back? Cynthia couldn't find her letter. Did she find it later? Her and Nene has no contact whatsoever, because Cynthia has her blocked at this time. So how did Nene get there and get the letter back to give to BScott, and then sneak back and put it back in Cynthia's house? I'm trying to figure that one out. She definitely couldn't do it herself. Because BScott had Cynthia's letter. So how did BScott get it? BScott claims Nene gave him the letter. Just using my common sense. Why would Nene go to Cynthia's house, steals a letter back, gives it to a blogger who trashes, say all of these negative things about her, don't have nothing good to say. So someone like Nene is gonna somehow get into Cynthia's house, take the letter that she gave Cynthia, and give it to a blogger who don't have nothing good to say about her. And the stuff that I heard he say about Nene even after the letter thing, I didn't listen to it, I didn't read it. Because there's nothing I can't deal with more than a man just coming at a woman with the utmost aggressive opinions and whatever for their blog. I cannot. I will scroll past it, click past it, whatever, because I cannot. Because I'm a black woman. And I don't want nobody coming at me like that. And people have come at me. It's like I'm being burnt with fire. When I feel like I'm being burnt with fire, I go on the attack. And this is what Nene has been doing this season. Being burnt with fire by Kenya and going on the attack. You cannot expect somebody to sit there and you just light a torch and keep burning them with the torch of words, twisting words, gaslighting her. And she's supposed to just sit there and just admit and agree to everything you say, and just move and just let you come in. That is not how life works. So my thing is, how did she have one of her people that moves around with her, that one of them sneaking to Cynthia's house, took Cynthia's letter that Nene sent to her through Marlo, but she gonna take herself to go in Cynthia's house and do that? Or they're saying Marlo went in there and take it? I don't get it. But BScott is supposed to be telling the truth, and Nene's supposed to be the biggest liar of them all. I don't see how a person like Nene would give a letter to somebody that don't like her, that don't got nothing good to say about her at any time. Just putting out all the negative stuff about her, whether she says it's true or not. And they say it only makes sense that Nene was the one that did it because Nene wanted to make herself look good. Nene made herself look good by sending a letter through Marlo, and then Yvonne coming up later to make sure she got it. So Nene was being friends with both of them. But as I'm hearing about the reunion, Yvonne did worse than Cynthia, and I don't know if she did worse than Cynthia. I think the damage is equal. You come in and say Nene created this whole entire Snake Gate thing. There was never a audio. Nene came up with it, got her to come out there and do it, which I believe Nene got her to come out there and explain about the tape. But it was Ivana who said, I got receipts. And like I say, the stuff that Cynthia said about Nene heard it. But like Nene said, she don't care because she already know what she says. But if you say you got an audio of her trash talking her behind the scenes, that's an interesting thing to hear. But now, Nene is the mastermind behind the whole Bravo plot. All 22 episodes. So you're going to tell me Nene is this genius, mastermind, the whole entire gate thing, which lasted a whole 12 episodes, and then 13 and onward. Nene mastermind this all out attack on Kenya for no reason. Kenya not saying anything. Kenya doing everything to be nice to Nene. And Nene just orchestrated this all out attack on Kenya. So this woman is a genius. I heard she's getting paid $2.7 million, 78 million, something like that, to mastermind all of this against herself. Nene need a bonus. She need a bonus check of $1 million after the reunion, and she need a $5 million raise to mastermind the whole entire 22 seasons of Bravo. One woman. Now, they claim Nene and BScott were friends. Nene said BScott was like he go to stuff with Nene. They go out to eat and whatever. So that make him and Nene friends. But has BScott ever been in Nene's house? Your real friends knocks on your door and you let them in your house. I've seen Portia in Nene's house. Cynthia, like Nene said, her and Cynthia talk every single day. Even Peter said that, so they were close friends. But what Yvonne, Yvonne want a peach. So Yvonne was like, she was all on the same page with Nene. And then when she got scared and wouldn't explain the audio, and I heard her husband tell her, wouldn't let her, what I heard in the Real House Out of Atlanta fan page, Facebook fan page, I was told that there is an audio, but Yvonne's husband would not allow her to do it. Now, if your husband is not going to let you do what you need to do on this show, you don't need to be on the show. You don't need a peach. You don't even need to be a friend. At least Shamia will do something. Yvonne would not do something big. And if there's an actual audio, and I think the audio is a clip taken from the filming, because like they say, they film for hours. So they're always filming. Therefore, if that is the snake, is Bravo okay, the snake is Bravo. But why they would not let that come out? Because Bravo don't want to be known as a snake. They said, as long as it don't affect them, don't care what he do. They don't care if Kenya have a marching band walking in and just utterly tear down Marlowe's, and I don't care about none of that. As long as what you do to Marlowe don't affect us. And Marlowe want to peak. Therefore, Marlowe ain't trying to go up against Bravo because, like Andy said on Candy Online, though, even though Marlowe don't have a peach, Marlowe have a very elite spot in this committee or group at Bravo, where no other house, no other friends have. Marlowe has that. So if Marlowe wants to keep that, because he's not getting a peach, if she wants to keep that elite position up there with the housewives and Andy and all of them, then she gonna let Kenya get away with it and let it go. Like Portia let it go that Kenya physically assaulted her with a foghorn and a scepter. Portia let that go so she could continue on the show. But now we see all of this men paying black women millions of dollars to come on TV and act like rabid animals, such as hyenas, the hyenas on the Lion King, where Scar was mean to the hyenas, always take their kill and eat their food and have them hungry, which is Nene don't do no crap like that. But Nene is the proverbial Scar, even though she's not a Scar, because the stuff that they claim Nene do, I watched the show. I watch it in an analytical way. Therefore, Nene is not that person, and I can see that. But gaslighting people like Kenya want you to believe that all this stuff that Nene do, and she streamline it to be a vicious attack on her when it's not. So it's a psychological game that Kenya plays on people. And that's what she's there for. So she can't play that game on Portia no more, because after she put Portia in jail for dragging her after she assaulted Portia, Portia can also sue her and have her arrested for assaulting her. And it is not coming out, but I'll say it again. Kenya can't do nothing to Portia, because Portia can sue her, because she physically attacked Portia. She physically caused Portia to go into burning pain, screaming, "Dumb hoe, you a hoe, dumb hoe." Who does that? And Bravo could be sued. But Andy said he gave the job because how Portia expressed herself. I don't believe that is why Andy kept Portia on the show. I believe he kept Portia on the show because they didn't have a choice. Just like Candy, they didn't have a choice but to get rid of Phaedra. Because of what Kenya did when lawyers get involved. And I remember Portia had a lawyer. Kenya had to eat that and allow Portia to stay on the show, because Barbara was getting sued, because I'm pretty sure her lawyer was going to sue them. Like Peter said, they don't care what you do as long as it don't affect them. Once it affects them, then it's a problem. But y'all can kill each other if you want to. The way this show is set up, and it's very entertaining to black women. Very entertaining. I don't find it entertaining. I find it makes for good TV, but I don't find it entertaining when Kenya gaslights Nene, and as a psychologist, as a woman with a degree in psychology, twisting and making people believe that Nene is all these things that she say, when I can clearly see that she's not. And I can clearly see what Kenya doing. But people will argue with me all day long for days and hours on the Atlanta Housewives Facebook fan page, Facebook group. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, Nene is not out doing interviews talking about nobody. They're out doing interviews talking about Nene. Now, who sets up an interview? Who sets up a whole her publicist walks up, right? She got a publicist? When she got a publicist, what is she, R. Kelly, with a publicist? Anyway, who gets TMZ? Now, Kenya got some power. If she can get TMZ to come out to Sally's hair salon and sets up a whole red carpet press thing like Candy had at her baby shower, set that up, pay a whole bunch of extra people to stand in the Sally's and applaud her. You go, if I was them people in that store, yeah, I'd do it. Pay me. I don't know what you're paying. If it was $100 an hour, I'd do it too. But who sets up something like that just to have the cameraman ask one question and one question only about Nene, and she's walking off like she's walking off from the thing, and like all of this and that, put all that out there. Okay, who does that? A black woman with a degree in psychology who uses it to gaslight people into what it do, pull the beast out of them and make them violent. I'm sitting here watching this thing and it's just amazing how Kenya does that and how she actually get paid to do that. That's what she get paid to do. They come on there and play psychological game on people, games on people's minds, causing them to, trying to get them to hit her or do something to her so she can take that and mold it into anger, violent, disgusting person. That, to me, is too much. And now, you expect me to believe. Now, it's been shown, Michelle Brown has shown that Kenya Moore and BScott are friends. She's proven it. She's shown it, she's proven it. But nobody has proven that Nene and BScott are friends. Only thing you did is show people sitting in a restaurant eating. And he's a blogger. Michelle is a blogger, and her and Nene are close friends. All the bloggers in the business could be at a dinner, you eating. And let's say they have something and I'm into that business and they don't really know me, but I'm one of all the people and I'm coming there. I'm going to try to get as close to Nene as possible, so I can, I can be a part of her, starlight. That's what I see. But there's no way on this planet you're going to get me to believe Nene or Nene has somebody sneak into Cynthia's house, steal a letter back, goes and give it to BScott to make her look bad. Giving it to BScott will only make her look bad. Giving it to Marla to give to Cynthia at her wine thing makes her look good. Stealing it and giving it to BScott makes her look bad. And when people twist it to make her see, oh, she did it to make herself look good. Yeah, she gave it to Cynthia to make herself look good. So how is we going to damage Nene's reputation, damage her image? What can we do to make Nene look like someone that needs to go to jail, that needs to be put under the jailhouse for being the most vile, evil person. What can we do to make her look like that way? Sneak into Cynthia's house, steal a letter back, give it to BScott, get it back from BScott, sneak it back into her house without her knowing it. Come on now. Come on now. We are intelligent human beings here. That makes absolutely no sense. But if you got people out there that are paid, and I believe they're paid, because I have had people come at me for days about Kenya. Days. I wake up, still got stuff coming about Kenya. Nene a horrible person. Kenya this kind of person. Trying to change my thinking. They can't change my thinking because they are TV people. I speak on what I see from a perspective, from an intelligent human being, common sense understanding. Nene looked better giving a letter to Marlo to give to Cynthia since Cynthia had her block and wanted to continue this fight. It doesn't make her look good to steal it, give it to BScott, and sneak it back in her house. And then to BScott put it out there. All the thing they're going to do, well, how in the world did BScott get this? That common sense tell you that will not make Nene look good. And I believe Nene is a lot more intelligent to think that will make her look good. Common sense, it wouldn't make her look good. And now BScott put all of that. I had all this stuff that he put on his blog about Nene. I had no desire to read it, listen to it, or listen to anybody's channel that is reading the article and analyzing what they're saying. I cannot with men just acting like those hyenas, ripping Scar apart. I cannot with that. People don't have to say what I say or agree with what I say. Have a complete different opinion. I will completely disagree with it. But I like to hear other people's opinion of what they think on the non-Nene supporter side. Okay, I don't believe that, I don't see that. Well, okay, no two people have the same perspective. But this narrative here that Kenya put out there, and that thing with BScott, I ain't buying that. And this thing with Candy, now, I like Candy. I didn't like Candy since her and Nene got into it, and her and Nene were cordial, but every time you would have something, the animosity with Candy will always be there. Candy said the animosity will always be there, whatever. But I didn't see the animosity coming from Nene. I saw it come from Candy. And Candy brought that up. I actually saw that. She said anybody watched the show for any length of time, they will notice. Yes, I noticed it. That Candy is the one with the animosity, not Nene. So Nene invites her to everything. They're very cordial. They get along. They're co-workers. And that's what I saw. And that's what Nene tried to have with Kenya, but Kenya ain't having it. Oh, I'm not accepting your apology. The bottom line is, okay, well, stop bringing it up. Stop running up in somebody's face about something after they don't apologize. Acting like a lone hyena, still hungry. But the thing with Candy, and I heard that Nene said that she was going to have Lisa Bloom serve Candy some papers. I can wait to see the reunion to see what it is she's going to serve her papers about, even if they show that. They may not show it. Because I don't know if they're going to show it where they will have Nene in the light as the worst person on the planet who needs to just go away, hide forever, lose all her success, fame, lose all her business, and just be broke. Why in the world people want that for people? Why you want that for people? Nene work for what she get. Kenya work for what she got. can you make decisions that have her in a position that she's in? Nobody put her in that position. So, and then then I don't know, I guess Cynthia just bringing up the same old, same old. Eva just trying to hold on to her peach by this shots fired, shots fired. Think about it. You got 5 grown women with shotguns, pistols, what do you call these, Glock. This is another big old gun they was talking about, a Wuji, whatever kind, some kind of gun. My son has several kinds of guns. He's licensed to carry. He's legal and everything. And he has all these different kinds of guns. And you got these people, shots fired, guns blazing, blowing heads off. Nene firing, blowing heads off. But imagine, you got one gun blowing heads off, but you got 5 people with one gun or more than one gun. Eva has 2 guns. She has these dumb things she said out of her mouth, and then she has Giovanna. So now you got 5 people, guns are blazing, shooting at one Nene. And you say she do what she always do, she gets up and walk away. Who's gonna sit there for hours and hours and hours on end to like Peter say from 6 o'clock that morning? No, it wasn't Peter. Dr. Heaven say from 6 o'clock that morning to 9 or 10 o'clock that night. Who is going to sit there in all of that? Once that hyenas done eat Scar up and kill Scar, Scar could not move. But you get mad because Nene gets up and walk away from that? Who wouldn't? Like I say, the coronavirus was the best thing that ever happened to Nene in this season. Because when the gun's blazing like that, she can get up and walk away. At the studio, she can't do that. They're chasing her down, running her down, saying, you can't leave, oh, you this, you that, certain all kind of things. You can't do that when she's in her house. She can get up, walk away, and go sit on the couch, out of sight, and listen to the BS coming out of their mouth. So, and you got Portia, say Portia was on the same page. I need to see, because I guess when you got 5 people, guns are blazing at the head of one person, shooting back, I can't imagine what Portia could say in defense of Nene or Tanya. Because if this thing turned out the way I'm hearing it turn out, just 5 people, guns blazing at one head, at one Nene. While Portia and Tanya sit back like, what the? That's how I see the thing. It's probably not like that, but that's just how I see, based on from what I hear Candace say and other bloggers were saying about the reunion. But anyway, black women need to do better. Black women need to do better. Nene worked hard to get where she is. And I don't think 5 women should go after this woman, guns blazing. She with one gun trying to defend herself against 5 women, guns blazing. All because they want to take her off the show and take over. If you want a new show, create a new show. Why you want to kill the person that got it all started and popping? Why can't you just carry the show where you want it to go? Why you got to brutally murder the person who got it started? I don't blame Nene. I would have Lisa Broom on retainer too. And everybody coming with lies. Like I heard she gave, they talking about she gave Portia the cease and desist, but that was last season. I don't got nothing to do with this season. I heard she gave Yvonne a cease and desist. When somebody gives you a cease and desist, they already not do. They know there was something in there. They know that there's some truth in there about what you're doing. But we already know Bravo twists it to a point where they squeeze completely out the part, the good part in there, and focus it in on the negative and spin it in a way that they create the narrative, even though that is not actually what happened. But after this, and Nene talking about is this what would come out the way I think? I would have a lawyer too, because Bravo, what they're doing is destroying a black woman's character. Brutally destroying. Reminds me of the slavery days, because I saw this thing with Pharaoh showing this picture, young Pharaoh showing this picture of this 17-year-old boy hung by the neck by chains on a tree and dipped into the fire and pulled up before he died. Cut all his fingers off so he couldn't pull himself up the chain. And just drop him down and set him afire and pull him up, set him afire and pull him up and make sure he don't die. If he gonna die, they put him up so he won't die, so they can keep brutalizing him. That is what I see happening to Nene, happening to a black woman that worked hard to get where she is. And 5 black women are allowing these men to push them to do that for a Bravo check. To me, that is crazy. That is crazy. But anyway, that is my perspective on this Kenya versus Nene and BScott.